YouTube? It's your favorite strength and conditioning coach, Leonalifts, Coach Erica. Welcome back to another video with Topic Tuesday. So today what we're going to be going over is going to be supplements, particularly what I am taking. I don't take a lot of supplements. I kind of take what I consider the bare essentials. We'll be going over that, kind of what each thing does, the benefits, and whether or not you should take it. And it's really decided up to you because once again, supplements are supplemental. They should not be the only source of what you're getting. So I'll be going over what I take. You kind of get a see of that. We'll get into. And good morning, my Topic Tuesday people. So I have my handy dandy metabolic bag. They are my sponsors. I will say right now, even though I am sponsored, this is a company that I truly believe has one of the best products. With me, I don't put my name behind things that I don't personally believe in. Like if I wouldn't want you guys to take it and have my name affiliated with it, I'm not gonna recommend it. I care how much someone's paying me. They're not paying me, they just sponsor me as an athlete, but their products, honestly, they're a really old company. I absolutely love them. You don't have to take metabolic, but I do recommend it. I do have a discount code, Leonalifts, so go ahead and get yours off. But we're gonna go into it and see from there. So in my handy dandy gym bag, first of all, I love this gym bag because it has 1, 2, and then back here, there's another one, but it actually turns into a backpack back here. All you have to do is see these right here? It actually flips the opposite way. There's handles that come back here and it'll turn right into a backpack, so you can kind of just strap it up. But anyways, out of that, let's go get into my stack. What I love the most. So we're gonna go with everyone's staple, kind of the first idea when we think of supplements. It's going to be protein powder. Yes, so this right here is a whey ice, meaning that it is a very high protein. There is little carbs with it. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the macros. We have 23 servings per this container. It's gonna be 104 calories. There's 0 fat, there is 0 carbs as well, and that is gonna be a really big game changer with whey isolates. They're gonna be very low in calories and very low in carbs. So this is really essentially just pure protein. And if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to put on muscle, trying to stay within your macros, whey isolates are gonna be your way to go because they're gonna have less calories, less carbs, and they're gonna have a more highly protein derivative. This one has 26 grams of protein. Now, for whey isolates, you do want, give or take, around 100 calories in exchange for minimum 25 grams of protein. I think truly personally, anything under 100, anything under 20 grams of protein, I don't think is a good trade-off. You want to think about it just the best bang for your buck, especially if you have a very limited calorie source overall. Like if your macros are very tight, if you're spending 200 calories for 18 grams of protein, when you could essentially almost double that each way, this one right here, this is just an example, but this is like 100 grams, 104 calories for 26 grams of protein. There's a bigger difference in this one. This is probably one of my favorite ones. This is the birthday cake. This is super yummy. I do like taking it with some milk, a little bit of water. It is lactose free. I'm a lactose baby, meaning that any type of lactose I immediately have issues with, and I'm gonna bloat and look like I'm 4 months pregnant. So we try to avoid that. And with protein, people always ask too, like, when should I take it? When should I not take it? Protein I consider a post-workout, but that is because I work out at 5 a.m. So I typically work out fasted. If I was to wake up, let's say 4 o'clock, do a protein shake, and then go to the gym, I don't think that would be time-wise economic. Probably wouldn't make sense for me. I prefer kind of just to wake up and then get my butt to the gym, come home, shower, and eat. And then I start having all my meals that way. It's just easier for me in the morning. I just like to get up and go. If you are working out later in the day, you do want to make sure you have some type of food, because if you're working all day, you go work out at 6 o'clock p.m., you have nothing in there for almost 24 hours. So make sure you eat if you are working out later in the day. But if you work out early in the morning, you might not necessarily need to eat something. It just depends. Everyone's body's different. You have to figure out what works best for you. So next on our list is going to be the pre-workout. So this pre-workout I really like. I've tried a bunch. I've been in the fitness industry for almost 8-something years, so I've been around for a while. There's a couple different things I've tried. Some things I like, some things I don't. But this one right here, I actually really do like. It is my favorite flavor. It's blue raspberry. So you already know it's delicious. This one right here I like because it's not a lot of the itchy scratchies. So when I say the itchy scratchies, a lot of times, depending on the pre-workout, it'll have certain compounds in there that people always say like, oh, I feel like a crackhead. And like personally for me, my fingers get itchy. So then all of a sudden I'm working out and I'm like, oh my gosh, my fingers get so itchy. This one right here, it does have it, but it's not a large amount. And so it kind of just really depends. You have to try each pre-workout realistically and see what works for you. This does not bother me, but if I took 2 scoops, I might be off the wall. So it's really just dependent on your body, your tolerance, what works for you. For me personally, I love this. It's blue raspberry. It's a super nice wake up. Remember, like I wake up super early in the morning. I go work out around 5 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes I'm a little sleepy. It happens. I'm sleepy. There's no way around it. This right here does help me wake up, but it doesn't necessarily make me feel like, you know, it's a nice feeling. I recommend this. This is considered the extreme. You might not need this. There is other pre-workouts that have less caffeine in them. So this one right here, it contains 1 scoop is 250 milligrams of caffeine, 2 scoops is 500, 3 scoops is 750 milligrams of caffeine. So that's why it's called extreme. Most pre-workouts are gonna be closer to 200, give or take, for their first scoop. Anything more than that. Now, again, if you have a high tolerance to caffeine, you're gonna need more. It's just how our body works. If you have a tolerance, you need more and more and more. It always happens with pre-workout. Pre-workout, obviously, you take before you work out. It's not 100% needed. There's different types of pre-workout too. You have pre-workout that's low caffeine. You have stimulus-free pre-workout. You also have pump pre-workout.
Now we have 3 different types of pre-workout. We have a stimulant pre-workout, which is what most people are used to. That's what causes you to have caffeine in it. It's going to wake you up. You're going to feel alerted and have that kind of jittery feeling sometimes. Then we have stimulant-free. So stimulant-free means there's no caffeine. It's not going to give you the jitters. It will give you feel more of a muscle pump in your body, but you're not actually going to have any caffeine in there. So it's okay to take it if you work out late at night. And then we have a pump pre-workout. So this pre-workout focuses on just enlarging the muscles. So you have a super big pump, and what we're talking about with pump is just going to be that expanding of the muscles while you work out. Figuring out which kind of pre-workout works best for you is very important. If you work out later in the day and you go to sleep later, you probably don't want to take a heavy caffeinated pre-workout, probably a stimulus or a pump. Some people really don't like the jitters or the feeling it gives them, so they'll do just like a pump workout, but stim-free. And then depending what you do, if you have pre-workout early in the morning, you go back to do a cardio session, you might not want to take 2 caffeinated ones. So just see what works best for you and then go from there.
Now, in the morning, I take my little combo of 3 different things. This is considered my pre-workout combo. It's going to be my pre-workout. It is my creatine. And then also it is going to be my citrulline. So I take these 3 in the morning when I first wake up to go work out. I love this combo. It's definitely a good muscle building snack. And a fan favorite, a common name in everyone's household, is going to be creatine. Now, there are some things people kind of a little scared of creatine, but let's just talk about creatine and what it does. So creatine is a monohydrate in your body. It can actually help boost the athletic performance and by increasing your ATP production in your body. So ATP is what gives us energy. It's going to allow us to essentially improve muscle mass, speed recovery, also delays fatigue. So creatine also has good benefits for brain, bone, and liver function. But creatine, I love it. I take it every single morning with my pre-workout before I work out. Helps increase the ATP, helps me get going, and I really just have a better workout. I know that I just perform better this way. So I take this. Once again, you do not have to take the metabolic creatine, but I do suggest you take it. I will send some of my links, or you can always check in the Amazon storefront of what I got going on. All right, next we have citrulline. So citrulline right here is what I also take in the morning. It is meant to help the body maintain healthy arteries and blood pressure. So our biggest muscle in our body is our heart. It is by far one of the most important muscles in our body. It's what keeps us alive. It is pumping non-stop all day, every day, and it should continue for a very long time. We want to make sure we keep it healthy. You do that with cardiovascular exercise a couple times a week, and of course supplements can help with the pumping and all that stuff. So citrulline right here is something that helps reduce fatigue, also improves blood flow to increase endurance for both aerobic and anaerobic during prolonged exercise. Now let's get into post-workout. So this is one of my bread and butters. It is L-glutamine. So glutamine is a naturally occurring amino acid in our body of building blocks of protein. So glutamine is very involved in rest and recovery. You're gonna hear a lot of people talk about this. You need to get your glutamine in. So glutamine doesn't help your immune system. It also helps with muscular stress, meaning when you work out, it's going to help you recover quicker. So I take this after every workout. This is what I considered my post-workout. I take it with, you can either put it, I have the non-flavorless one because I like to put it in my protein shake post-workout. That way I just kind of have everything at once. I don't like drinking a lot of liquid. Personally, don't like taking a lot of liquid, so I like to condense my supplements. I will put my glutamine in there with my protein. That way I can kind of have it all in one shake. The glutamine is flavorless, so I do not taste it at all, which is super helpful. So my last thing I considered in my personal stack is going to be my hydration EAA. So water is very important. We wanted to make sure that we are staying hydrated as we work out throughout the day. Even if you're not working out, you still want to make sure you're hydrated. So there's a couple different options to stay hydrated. Now this is completely just user's choice. I like this because I drink a lot of water. I get tired of drinking just plain water. So this helps me, especially when I am, those last couple liters, I'm just like, ugh. Also, I do live in Florida, so it is hot as balls outside. I need to make sure that I'm staying hydrated. So I add this to my water. It does have a bunch of other stuff. My biggest thing I focus on is the hydration. It is stimulus-free, meaning there's no caffeine, there's no crash, but it does make up a good portion of hydrating. I do feel a little bit better when I drink this versus not drinking it, especially on a very hot day. But there is other options. I'm sure you've heard of like liquid IVs, aminos. Like this essentially is just something that I add to my water for extra hydration. This is what I consider a low tier option because it's completely unnecessary. It's just something that I personally like. It's just what helps me feel better about my workout, helps me continue my day, and helps me know that I am performing in the best way possible for my body, mentally, physically, and all that stuff. So definitely check that out. So this is essentially how I kind of do my stacks. Right here we have our pre-workouts. So we have a pre-workout, we have creatine, we have citrulline. This is what I take before my workout. This is what I take after my workout. So I have my glutamine and I have my whey isolate protein powder. And then my very last one, I have my hydration, which is where I take the rest of my water and get to the rest of my hydration for the day. So that's kind of what my stack looks like. We'll go into multivitamins another day. That is a long conversation. But this right here is kind of an idea, what we're looking at, what I take, and what I put kind of in the importance of rating. So if we're gonna focus on something, I would say we wanna focus on getting protein. I would say honestly too, creatine. We're gonna put that in spot number 2. I would say a pre-workout, and then glutamine. Now realistically, let's go ahead and put glutamine after creatine. Pre-workout, it's really dependent on you, the user, if you like pre-workout or not, if you like a little bit more energy. Citrulline, and then our hydration. So these are kind of what I would rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But once again, not necessary. If you really gotta focus on, money's tight, you gotta figure out a couple 3. I would focus on these 3: protein, creatine, and then glutamine. We want muscle builder, recovery. All right? So that concludes our Topic Tuesday. Let's do this today. Talking about my supplement stack, what I take, kind of some benefits, what else we should look at. Once again, remember, this is all what I take for my body because this is what works for me. I have clients that take different things. I have clients that take more, less. It just really depends what works for them, what works for their body, also for their budget. Because remember, these are all supplements, okay? They should not be your main source. They're meant to help you, not just be the first way you get it. So concluding that, thank you so much for tuning in for another video. I love you guys, the support I've been getting. You can always reach out to me on the socials. I do training as well, and you can check out my fitness app here. Otherwise, I do offer some free goodies. Until next time, remember, like, comment, subscribe. Your support means the world to me. And until then,